In this video, we're gonna break down the three main types of We Buy Cash home buyers that exist in the market. And I want you to stay along to the end because the one that is the last version is the one you should absolutely avoid. Do not sell your house to those folks because you're really not selling it. They're not actually buying it. They're really not doing much for you at all. Stick around. So it seems it doesn't matter where you go, whether you're just driving around town and you see the sign on somebody's yard or on a telephone pole or whatever, we buy houses for cash, right? Or whether you're on the internet, my internet feed as a realtor is chocked full of video ads on YouTube for we will buy your house for cash and we'll make it easier. We'll pay your first month's rent, or we'll pay your next mortgage, your first month's mortgage, or we'll give you money, or whatever giant promises. Are these things actually true? Will these places buy your house? Will it be easier? And will you actually make enough money to make it worth it? It depends. That's the answer. It depends. There are kind of three types of cash money buyers, right? There's the individual investors that have signs in the yard. A lot of those, they just want to find a good deal, give you some cash, and make a profit on the back end. Is that bad? Well, no. All investors have to have some meat on the bone, right? They're looking to make a profit, right? So what you need to know is a vast majority of the bigger investors that actually have cash and will buy your house for cash, no matter what condition, often have some hidden fees. They'll do some computer work and they'll give you an initial offer. And it's usually pretty decent sounding. And then what you find out is they often have a fee of 6 or 7% that they're gonna take off the top, which is exactly the same amount it costs to hire a realtor and sell it on the open market. Oftentimes they will then do an inspection process, and in that inspection process, they will reduce the price of the offer depending on the age of the systems, the quality of the property, the things that they know they're gonna have to do to fix it up will create a lower price. So they dangle that carrot out in front of you that's a pretty good price, and then it's slowly gonna drop. And of course, you're gonna pay fees on top of that. Is it worth it? Well, it depends on your situation, but we'll get into it a little deeper after we talk about the next two options, right? What's the option number 2 that you see? Is where the buyer wants you to sign a contract and they tell you they're gonna pay you cash and it's gonna be painless and you don't have to do anything, but it's gonna take 60 to 90 days. When you read that contract thoroughly, most of the time, that contract is assignable. Well, what's that mean? That means that they can assign their rights to the contract they have with you to some other individual. And what they're actually gonna do is shop that contract around to other investors and sell it to them. So they're gonna add a little bit on the top from what they're actually paying you. That's gonna be their profit and someone else is going to buy it. The pitfall of this one is, if they don't find someone in that 60 to 90 day period, they don't buy your house a lot of the time. It means they can't make a profit quick, which is what they're trying to do. The other drawback with this one is you're now sitting for 60 to 90 days. Maybe that's worth it to you, you're not in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, these ones almost never are the best option. We can sell your house on the regular real estate market easily in 60 days, certainly in 90 days. Even in slow markets, we're gonna get that done. So your time frame's not a whole lot better, and almost for sure, your price is less good than you get on the open market because there's a middleman taking some meat off the bone to the final investor. So you're not making as much because they gotta have room for their profits. Everybody's trying to make a buck. The type of investors I for sure you should recommend to avoid, all of those folks that are saying they'll take over the payments of your house and you can get out of it free and clear. Those are, I won't say a scam, but almost for sure not your best deal. Because all they're actually doing is taking over payments until it appreciates enough, throwing in a renter, who knows what, taking care of the property until they can sell it at a profit. Well, that sounds all good and great and fine and cool and awesome and amazing until you realize everything's still in your name. These investors will take over and rent it out and maybe maintain the property and maybe not, so you get a bad renter and they trash the place. Maybe they're not doing as thorough of a job as they should. Who knows? But you have already moved on. You forgot about the fact that you still own this house technically, and you still have the mortgage on it. Yeah, they're paying for it, but 6 months, a year down the road, all of a sudden, you're in default because they didn't make your payment. Nothing bad happens to them. Their credit isn't involved. Only yours is. You come out as the loser, they come out as the winner, and it really didn't cost them anything at all. You just didn't know enough. I've been a real estate investor on and off for better than 20 years. I've dealt with all types of purchasing agreements and arrangements, and sometimes they are the best. Sometimes that cash buyer comes in and offers you exactly a fair market value, and you should sell your house to them because it's going to be easy. If your house is in very poor condition and you have problems where you cannot show the house and you can't let people in to see it, maybe the cash investor is your best option. But anything other than that, it probably is not. Investors want every kind of house no matter what its condition. If it has money to be made, they will buy it. What happens is we get it on the market to the entire market. Multiple investors will come look at it. Heck, you don't even have to leave. You could just sit at the house and they'll come through and look at it. You don't have to clean it up because a lot of investors will absolutely clean it up for you. You don't have to fix things. That's what all investors want. They want the ugly duckling. They like the things that have damage. If it wasn't for that, they can't make a living. So don't be ashamed of whatever it looks like. Get multiple investors in there to fight over the property and bid it up. Don't just offer it to this person because they had a cool sign or they had a cool ad. What you need to do is reach out to a real estate professional, get them to come over and take a look at it. Make suggestions if you can clean things up or not. If you can't, that's okay. There are buyers for every property. And right now, there are multiple buyers for every property if you price it right. And it's almost for sure going to make you more money in the end than any of these we buy your house for cash investors. It's just the way it works. Call us up. Let us help you. We can get your house on the market no matter what its condition, and we will almost for sure make you more than the we buy cash investors will. And if we can't, we'll tell you so, and we'll tell you, hey, go with them. All of us here at the Black Belt Broker Team are here to help. Reach out, call us, hit the like, hit the notification, whatever. Get this video out there because people need to know this. More and more people are entertaining these videos and these ads and these signs in the yard about we buy houses for cash. And while yes, they do, it might not be the best option for those that you know and love.